Excellency Guo Yezhou, Vice Minister of the International Department of the CPC Central Committee, Excellency Liang Jianyong, Vice Governor of Fujian Province, Excellency Assam Sharaf, former Prime Minister of Egypt, Excellency Marzuki Ali, former Speaker of the People's Representative Council, Indonesia, Excellency Hassan Shafuri-Fat, former Vice President of Iran. Sorry, I have to use the glass, it's better. I would like to thank the Silk Road Think Tank Association and the organizing committee that organizes the seminar on the establishment of Maritime Silk Road of the 21st century, and also the government of the People's Republic of China and Fujian provincial government that support this seminar. This idea is deemed to be beneficial to many nations, including the nations involved in the land and maritime Silk Road, which will greatly benefit the creation of peace and development in the region and the world. Honored guests, the world is presently in the midst of two crises. The one is conflict and war, another is peace and development. The current situation of today's world comes from the state conflicts, which are more severe. This causes most countries to forget the real enemy of mankind, which is a serious threat to the world. Such enemies are natural disasters, the threat of poverty, the deteriorating environment and global warming, and the threat of ruthless and savage terrorism that is expanding in many regions of the world. I wish this honor and great conference to take up these interesting topics, which the world cannot further overlook or neglect, because handling this great enemy of the world is not a matter of one country or one community or one administrative system. It is an international matter, which every country and race, every community, and every administrative system must cooperate to handle and defeat them all. Otherwise, the world and mankind will never be calm and safe. My country, Thailand, is a small country. It is one of the 10 ASEAN countries with a combined population of 650 million people, and is a developing country with a rising economy. The country is located in the geographic center of the region and is the real gateway of the land and maritime Silk Road connecting China, ASEAN, Pacific Ocean, and Indian Ocean. The Maritime Silk Road is a critical route. President Xi Jinping is the person who restores the glory of the countries next to sea again, after the glorious brilliance of the Ming Dynasty. From historical documents that King Rama V of Chakri Dynasty gathered up, there is historical evidence that Emperor Qianlong of the Qing Dynasty kindly had an order to build the Thai-Chinese historical relationship. The evidence clearly shows that in the Ming Dynasty, which was in the time that Ayutthaya was the capital, in the era of Emperor Zhu in the 6th year of the Yongle era, or 1014-08, Admiral Zheng He's fleet of 62 ships and manpower of 28,000 people left from Zhuangzhou, Fujian province, and sailed to the south around Yuan Cape and turned into the Gulf of Thailand, and also had a sub-fleet that went up to Ayutthaya, the capital, and also a sub-fleet to pioneer its relationship with the local people of Thailand in the east coast of the south. Zheng He went to meet the king of Ayutthaya and the prince named Nakhon In, who had been to Beijing twice. When he had the opportunity to appear before Emperor Zhu Yuanzhang as such, on Zheng He's visit to Thailand, he had an order to visit the prince. After 2 years, the prince ascended the throne as the king of Ayutthaya, and his name was Somdet Phra Intaracha. This is one aspect of the prosperity of the Thai-Chinese relationship. In the 15 years of the Yongle era, or 1014-17, Somdet Phra Intaracha, the king of Ayutthaya, appointed an ambassador to appear before Emperor Zhu with a royal letter that after Admiral Zheng He returned from Ayutthaya, friendship and cooperation as well as knowledge presented to Thai people is sound and trustworthy. Thai people together built the large Zheng He temple in the center of the capital. I would like to take this opportunity to inform the honored guests that the Zheng He temple is huge, which is one of the most beautiful temples in Thailand. The name of the temple in Thai is Wat Panan Cheng. Thai Chinese people call it Wat Sampokong. This referring to the nickname of Zheng He, which is sacred and beautiful. It is trusted that our Chinese friends must go to this temple, otherwise it seems that they do not really travel to Thailand, and they do not really understand the core of the Thai-Chinese relationship. I take this opportunity to invite you all to visit the memorial of this great friendship. Moreover, I have learned from Mr. Lu Xiamen, Vice President of the Chinese People Institute of Foreign Affairs, who is a close friend of the Thai-Chinese Culture and Economy Association, that when he was ambassador to Indonesia, he discovered a Zheng He shrine in Indonesia as well, which the locals pay respect to, similarly to in Thailand. In the year 2015, the association hosted the international seminar in Bangkok about the Silk Road of the 21st century, and again, with focus on following the footsteps of Zheng He in Thailand. Both international organizations and our Chinese friends, including Chinese alliance organizations of the association, were invited. This was the reason the Silk Road and the history of Zheng He has gained prominence in the region. Honored guests, currently there are 7,000 million citizens of the world, but there are only 7 main countries, such as United States, Canada, Australia, and 3 countries which belong to ASEAN, that is Burma, Thailand, and Vietnam, that are producer countries that feed the world. The most important areas for producing food are on land. As the human population has grown, the food production area on land remains limited and insufficient. Consequently, the mission turns to sea areas, which constitute 3/5 of Earth's area, into a food-producing platform commenced. This means that the Maritime Silk Road will play an influential role in 2 respects. Firstly, in the development of commerce and tourism between countries that are in the vicinity of the new Silk Road, which will be an unprecedented benefit. In this respect, I would like to propose the creation of international special economic zones in ASEAN or other countries along the coastline of the Maritime Silk Road to generate investment and friendly cooperation. Secondly, in the reinvention of the West Sea, which constitutes of the Pacific, South China Sea, Indian Ocean, and million oceans of the world as a food-producing area, which will serve a great insurance role against world food scarcity. For example, countries next to the South China Sea and ASEAN countries have to work together to build large shrimp and fish farms with an area of, for example, 1,000 square kilometers. The said farms, such as tuna farms, as a result of international teamwork and cooperation, will be another element of great benefit created by the Silk Road via sea, and will further elevate the role of industrial seafood for the future. It is a point on which I pledge your honor guests to work together, gather your ideas, and continue further develop this together. The Thai-Chinese Culture and Economy Association is a private organization in Thailand that has been founded to support cooperation between the military, government, and Thai-Chinese private sector for more than 20 years. We are pleased to coordinate with organizations and friends for mutual aims and benefits. In the event that it is convenient for your honored guests and you hold an interest, you are welcome to cooperate with us or through the virtual university, which is an important partner to the association. I believe this seminar will be a great success and wish your honored guests good health and great success. Thank you very much.
谢谢彭拉俊先生。下面我们有请伊朗前副总统加布里法尔德先生致辞。